The ultimate carnivore breakfast pizza. I poured that hollandaise type spicy sauce on it, and we're gonna dig in and try it. Hey everyone, Dave here, back in the kitchen, and today we're gonna be making the ultimate carnivore breakfast pizza. This should be a really easy carnivore recipe that can be just thrown into your rotation, something you use all the time if you're looking for a good hearty breakfast that fits the carnivore lifestyle. So to start off, you're gonna need sausage or ground chicken. I'm going ground sausage because it's just more fun. Now, ground chicken totally is a good option, probably a lower calorie option if you're counting calories, but I know for a fact I will enjoy the flavor of the sausage one better. Now, I don't know if you guys are cool with using this packaged sausage. Not everyone is. I'm sure there's healthier sausages out there that you can use, but that's what I'm gonna use. 1 pound of sausage. Use the sausage of your preference. We're then gonna add half a cup of pork rind breadcrumbs, like panko pork rind breadcrumbs. You don't have to do this. Again, everything's optional, in this world, so you don't need to do these. I do consider these carnivore because they're literally just made of pork rinds. It's called pork, artisanal fried pork rinds, smoke flavor added. So the smoke flavor you might not like. I think they might make them with no smoke flavor. You just have to look at like Walmart or wherever you shop. Either way, half a cup of that. It says ingredients are fried pork skin, salt, and natural smoke flavor. So if you're a true purist as a carnivore, you might not like the flavor, so you could just buy pork rinds and smash them up. That would work too, and just put it half a cup in there. All right, so we need some grated parm. I'm just gonna grate it myself with my box grater here, and I think we only need a 1/4 cup. Ow, I just cut my finger. No, I'm all right. No blood, no blood. Yeah, 1/4 cup of grated parm. Not the plastic. The plastic's not part of the plan here, part of the recipe. That look like a 1/4 cup? I think it does. Let's see. I'll just put it in this half cup and fill it halfway, because math. Pour it in there with all the other ingredients. Then we're gonna do 1 egg, which, I did a video recently where I did, what was it, carnivore cottage cheese pancakes. And I wasted like 30 eggs, not on purpose, I'm just bad at this. And I got a bunch of comments saying there's an egg shortage and I shouldn't be wasting eggs. And I looked it up, they're right, there is an egg shortage, but I did waste eggs. We then want 1/2 cup of shredded mozzarella. Again, some purists would not use bagged cheese. I'm not that much of a purist, guys, you know that. I do what I want. I'm like Eric Cartman. 1/2 cup of mozzarella. And then it says 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, which we're not gonna do because that is a little over the carnivore line for me, as far as what I think makes sense in a carnivore recipe. If you're doing this as a keto though, you could use some garlic powder to add some flavor as well. And then we mix it all up. Speaking of mixing, segue master, have you ever mixed Element into your drink? My wife's looking at me like I'm an idiot. She's sitting over there. Anyways, Element, guys. Element sponsored this video. They sponsor my videos every now and then. I really appreciate it. They make a really cool item if you're on keto, carnivore, or just craving electrolytes in any sense of the word. But this is more common if you're on the keto diet or the carnivore diet, where you need a supplement with things like Element to make sure you stay hydrated. So Element is 1,000 milligrams sodium, 200 milligram potassium, and 60 milligram magnesium supplement type thingy. Electrolyte drink mix. Let's call it what it says on the package. That's the best way to describe it. And what you do is you just pour it into your bottle of water, and this will help you stay hydrated without all the sugars and the fillers that you get in, the powdered sports drinks, or any sports drinks really. This is gonna be a much healthier way to enjoy those electrolytes, and it tastes delicious. I'm using the watermelon salt version right now, which is a family favorite in this house. I know my wife loves it, I like it, and so we're gonna try it here. Salty. It's actually weird because it is salty, but it's really good. So I do recommend Element. It's a really good product. It does what it says it's gonna do. It keeps you hydrated. And if you use my link, you're gonna get a free sample pack with your first order if you go buy some at element.com. So technically, let me say the right website name. It's drinklmnt.com/cookingwithdave. I'll put it at the bottom of the screen, but drinklmnt/cookingwithdave. That's where you can go get your first order of Element. You're gonna like it, and you're also gonna get a free sample pack because you used my code. And that also helps support me, and so I appreciate it if you do use my link. And if you do use it and like it, let me know down in the comments below. All right, let's get back to mixing the actual meat and food here, as we're about to make the ultimate carnivore breakfast pizza. And I'm just gonna use my hands. I know it may be gross, but when it comes to this sort of thing, a meatloaf or anything meaty like this, I like to just use my hands. It's a fantastic tool. They haven't made a kitchen tool yet that actually lets you mix this efficiently, something like this. you know, meat and stuff. But you know what? Speaking of, let's just keep the promo train going. If you do need a kitchen tool, daveskitchenmarket.com is my website, and there's tons of awesome kitchen tools over there, guys. Go follow the site. You can literally just go there, become a member, and then chat with us in the chat groups there. Share your recipes, share pictures of the food you make. Maybe if you try one of these recipes, we'd love to see how it came out in there. But there's also a bunch of really great small businesses selling their products. A lot of it's pre-owned, like maybe they're selling a box grater for a couple bucks, or a spatula, or you know, a vintage set of Pyrex, or really cool old bowls. So make sure you check it out. Throw some support their way if you want to. I'd appreciate it, and I think you'll really enjoy it over there. All right, so this is mixed up well. We now need a pizza pan, because we're gonna make a pizza out of it. Let me wash my hands, or should I not wash my hands? Yeah, I should wash my hands, but I don't want to.
Always wash.
Well, Tina says always wash, but I'm about to get them back in this.
They'll wash.
She says wash them. All right, so it says I needed a pizza pan. I ordered one, and I did not expect it to be so astronomically enormous. This is a really big pizza pan, probably over the top, but we'll see. And then you're supposed to take some parchment paper, which I did order parchment sheets. Check this out. They're like pre-cut, like that. That's kind of nice. Saves you a little time and energy. I don't know, like that. Maybe it's fine though, because it says it needs to be a 1/4 inch thick, so this might actually be perfect. We'll see. This was a pizza pan that Walmart sent to me, so we're going with it. I want to spread it out. Like I said, 1/4 inch of thickness, which is pretty thin. You know what? I have another pizza pan maybe we should use. Hold on. I've got something else that might make more sense. All right, I have this smaller pan, guys. This is way more sensical, so we're going to use that instead. This one was way too large. Yeah, I'm happier with this. So let's now spread it out to kind of fill up the pan for our breakfast pizza. Give it a little spank and wash my hands again, because Tina says I need to wash my hands. So do the viewers. Tina reads a lot of the comments. She says you guys want me to wash my hands. The thing is, I do wash my hands all the time, but I don't record it. And I don't always tell you I'm washing my hands. So like I'll wash my hands, and then when I edit it, delete that part of the footage. It's not very exciting to listen to me wash my hands. That's pretty good, that looks nice. Okay, so we're gonna put this into the oven for like 10 to 12 minutes. Yeah, let's do 12 minutes, and then we'll check on it after. All right, so we do wanna shred up some cheddar. Cheddar's better. Also, you could use Monterey Jack, whatever cheese you want. We're gonna need like a 1/2 cup. This is for the top of it, but we're also gonna make some scrambled eggs for the top of it, which are gonna be good. And it's telling me exactly how to make them. So yeah, that's more than enough cheese. Okay, we also need some bacon for this. 4 pieces, it says, of chopped up bacon, crumbled bacon, whatever you wanna say. I pre-cooked it. I was using the bacon grease for a different recipe when that video's maybe already out. It's like a crazy butter candle, which I'm still waiting on to finish, so it should be interesting. I'm excited about that one. But I need the bacon grease, so I cooked bacon because I knew I'd need it for this recipe. So we're just gonna take 4 pieces and chop them up. All right, so we're chopping up the bacon here into bacon bits. We just wanna get everything ready, and then we're gonna cook the eggs that are gonna be another topping. This is all while that sausage crust starts to cook. Put it in for 10 minutes, and then we're gonna take it out, and we're gonna degrease it, and then put it back in, because we don't want it to be too greasy. For the scrambled eggs, we're gonna need 4 eggs in a bowl. Actually, one of you guys told me to crack the egg on the counter, not on the bowl. I don't know why, but you said to crack the egg on the counter, not the bowl. So we want 2, 3, 4 eggs. That's counting. That's 1 to 4 in the counting world. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got all the shells in my hand. All right, so just take a fork or a whisk, and then just mix these with a whisk. That's what I was trying to say. It says until they're fully smooth. This looks pretty smooth to me, but I'm not actually sure. If there's one thing you may have learned by watching my channel, I'm not great with eggs. All right, so we're gonna go scramble these with butter. In a way I wouldn't normally do scrambled eggs, because it's not the way I like them. But since it's going on top of the sausage pizza, it has a very specific way, we're talking about ChatGPT, that it wants me to cook these. So we're gonna go over there and I'll show you how that is. All right, so we're just gonna drop our butter into a pan, 3 tablespoons of butter. Whew, that's hot, it's burning my fingers. Why? Useless pot holder. Should not be able to burn me that bad. This is what it looks like right now. Technically it says I was supposed to do another 7 minutes. It looks pretty darn done though, let me see. You can see like that's all cheese coming through. That's delicious looking. I almost think this is already ready to go. Yeah, I'm at 185 degrees, so I'm calling the crust done at 12. It looks pretty good. It's got to cool a little bit. We're still cooking the eggs, so we're gonna cook the eggs, and then what they're gonna go on as topping. There's a little grease. I'm tempted to try to wipe some of it off with a paper towel. This was expected with sausage, you know? Sausage is just a little greasy, so we can kind of degrease it a little. This is optional, but I'm gonna degrease mine a bit. See, I don't wanna de-cheese it. So just degrease, not de-cheese. Yeah, that looks a little better. So we'll just set this to the side. We're gonna go finish cooking our eggs and then we'll keep going. So our butter is all cooked up, well, melted. We're now gonna add the eggs, the 4 eggs, and well, okay, so I left a little. That's fine, we'll just take that little bit of butter out. We'll pretend it wasn't there, I'm impatient. And it says we're supposed to constantly mix it for 5 to 7 minutes. So 5 minutes, I'm just gonna sit here and do this, guys. It's exciting, I know, you're thrilled. You're captivated. I won't make you watch the whole thing. We'll be back in 5. Okay, so it said to remove the eggs just before they've set. I'm feeling like they're kind of there. I feel like this is basically the consistency we want. I've been stirring them nonstop for 3.5 minutes. Maybe my heat's a little too high. I think it was supposed to be set a little lower, but I'm gonna take them off because I think this is kind of what we're looking for. They're gonna go under the broiler in a second anyways. So here's the eggs. Let's move on to the next step. Things I probably don't need to say out loud. Let's move on to the next step. Okay, so we're gonna spread these scrambled eggs, these buttery scrambled eggs, on top of the sausage pizza, okay, like so. Just kind of get them spread out as much as we can. Now we do have a topping, guys. There's more to this. There's more to this. We have a drizzle topping that's gonna really elevate this to like the next crazy level. So set that up like this. Beautiful. Now we're gonna take, let's see, what next? Bacon? Yeah, bacon. We got all this bacon. We're just gonna spread that out over the top of the eggs, like so. Looks good. This looks real good, folks, real good. And then the cheese that we shredded. This is the cheddar. Just spread that out. This is 1/2 cup. I'm actually got a little more than 1/2 cup, but you do you. Whatever makes you happy when it comes to the cheese world. Okay, and then what did I say? Oh, we've got a buttery drizzle, and that's gonna go on top. Wonder if we should work on that now before we broil this. We're gonna put a sauce on it. It's kind of like a hollandaise, from what I understand. Let me set this on top of the oven. Okay, that took me a long time to find the crushed red pepper, or red pepper flakes, whatever you wanna use. But first we need an egg yolk, okay? So I'm just going to do my best to get an egg yolk out of this egg. You know, the old-fashioned way. It worked, guys. Egg yolk. Although, the goal was to get the egg yolk in there for the sauce and the egg white there, so I kind of did it backwards. Just dropped a plate, but I kind of sort of caught it enough to not have it break. All right, so egg yolk into a bowl. On top of the egg yolk, we're gonna put melted butter. I'm gonna break it up a little first. We want 2 tablespoons of melted butter. Again, it's similar to a hollandaise, but it's a hot butter sauce, is what we're calling it. Okay, our butter is melted, so I'm just gonna pour that. I still have some wrapper in there, whoops. That's embarrassing. Pour that into the egg mixture. That should like kind of sort of cook the egg a little bit. Just a little. Again, it's like a hollandaise, which I've never made. So I keep saying that like I'm super informative, but I don't actually know. It also wants you, ChatGPT, we're talking about, when we say it, we're talking about ChatGPT. ChatGPT says we should add monk fruit, but I don't think that's carnivore. So we're not gonna add that. If you're doing it as keto, you can do monk fruit in here as well. But just mix that up. Now we just added a 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. That's gonna make it a little spicy, give it a little kick, should be really good. If you decide to do the monk fruit, it says 2 to 3 drops of monk fruit sweetener. We're gonna set this aside. We're gonna broil up the pizza. We're gonna put the broil on, put it on the top rack. And we're gonna broil it for 2 to 3 minutes. I don't know if I had my overhead camera on before, so let me just show you what it looks like, guys. That's what it looks like prior to broiling. Now let's broil it. All right, it has been 2-3 minutes, that area, that zone, that time frame. And the pizza is done. I wonder if we should take it off the parchment paper. It would certainly look nicer, but you know, this isn't really a site where we, or a channel where we have to have beautiful looking recipes. We'll see. We'll see if it comes off easy. If it comes off easy, then we'll put it on a cutting board or something, make it look a little nicer. All right, guys, so here it is, the final product, the ultimate carnivore breakfast pizza. I poured that hollandaise type spicy sauce on it, and we're gonna dig in and try it. I got it on a cutting board successfully, which I think is a job well done by me. So let's see how it tastes. I'm excited. My mouth is watering. It's a pizza, so we should cut it into a triangle and take a look at it. Looks pretty good, don't you think? My camera keeps overheating. It must be hot in here today, I don't know. Can I get a close-up? Extreme close-up. Okay, let's try a bite before the cameras die. Oh yeah. Ooh, that spice hits you good. That's absolutely delicious. You need to try this, guys. I'm gonna cut the tasting segment short because you all stopped watching right here, but try this, it is fantastic. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, and we'll see you next time. Delicious recipe.